TikTok might be shutting down, so what does that mean for you, and where do we all go next? I took a look at REDnote for the last week, and as a cosplayer, I have some thoughts. Now, cosplayers are one of the people that made TikTok as big and successful as it is today. If you weren't doing dance moves, you were probably lip syncing as a character and duetting other characters. REDnote is not very similar to TikTok, especially I got on it because I heard everyone say that we're getting on it, it's gonna be great, we're all gonna learn Chinese. Not as a fan as I thought it was going to be. Today we'll be going over how REDnote is different than TikTok, some pros and some cons, and my final thoughts as a cosplayer. REDnote doesn't have a very easy to find audio where you can also immediately apply it and lip sync it in the app. At least not what I found. Granted, I don't speak Chinese, so I don't know if there's some option in there, but I haven't seen it yet. And a lot of the cosplay videos are just kind of vibe-based or transition, which isn't bad. I love doing transitions, but there's not as much variety as you can get on TikTok. You can also find photos and photo reels very much like Instagram. I would consider REDnote closer to Instagram than TikTok. Now let's move on to some good things about REDnote. I really love the emoji response. You can even upload your own personal ones, and it really helps with the language barrier divide if people are just uploading cute little reactions to your videos in the comment section. Based off just the emoji comments, a lot of comments and people seem a lot more positive, a lot less bullying, a lot less thirsty comments. One of the biggest things for me as a content creator that is a pro is how many people are on the app, because China is very large and has a very large population. Now some cons on REDnote, and fair warning, the list is longer than the pros. Obviously, it's all in Chinese and it's really hard to interpret things. There's not a very easy way to read things as an English speaker, which, I mean, fair. It's not our app. One of my main concerns about REDnote, it is highly, highly repressed. You cannot have people of different sexualities. You don't really see disabled people. Ever since posting about a week ago, one of my videos has already been flagged. It was a very wholesome video interaction with my favorite voice actress of all time, as I was dressed as the character. There's nothing wrong, there was nothing bad language, there were no hashtags that were rude, there was nothing to indicate, and it has been stuck in limbo for a week. So if you post risque content, you're gonna get flagged all the time and you might just get kicked off the app. Also, because it is highly repressed, is you cannot have as much discourse and conversation and learning than you can on TikTok. It is what it is. It's a different culture. It's a different country. Their rules. Something I've already kind of mentioned, culture clash. That's big in the cosplay community already. One thing you do not cosplay ever is blackface. China does it a lot, and they don't see anything wrong with it, and they have been doing it for years. I understand there are cultural differences and they don't have the same conflict and history that we do with blackface, but it still gives me a really bad feeling. Oh, I also forgot to mention, someone was cosplaying Hitler. I've seen Hitler cosplays multiple times, and doing the salute. Meanwhile, there's a lot of anime that is banned because Chinese find it offensive, including My Hero Academia. It has to do with I believe a war general or war criminal. We didn't know that this character is named off of a war criminal, but they know who Hitler is and they cosplay a war criminal. I'm just gonna leave that there. One really big thing that concerns me is anybody who has body issues of themselves will look at this app and see people with hyper skinny waists, hyper skinny faces, and legs longer than their body should have, because there are filters on almost everybody posting, at least in the cosplay community. Do I think it's problematic? I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work. I understand that art is art and you can't say that that's bad or not for art. Final thoughts, if you are thinking about going to REDnote because you think it's the same as TikTok, Lemon 8 is owned by TikTok, and I have seen that a lot of the design is very, very similar to TikTok and what we're used to. If you don't want REDnote, if you don't want Lemon 8, that's okay. I suggest using your YouTube account. If you don't have one, make one and upload all of your old TikTok videos there, and you can put them into playlists, which I really like. I have everything categorized from the last bajillion years that I've been on TikTok. It really does feel like a long time. I don't think we're ever really gonna find an app just like TikTok where you can do duets, where you can use the sounds and lip sync or import or upload or all those things. I'm really gonna miss this. And this isn't goodbye forever. You can find me on literally every platform. And I'd say if anything, this ban has helped me really appreciate all the years of support that I've had from my followers and all the fun that I've had and all the friends that I've made. This isn't goodbye forever. We're just moving on to a different phase in life.